All right, guys, we are here. What's up, Tiny Arif, Yair, Bob? Yes, if you're noticing, I got another black eye from Jiu-Jitsu, dude. It's my second black eye I've gotten from Jiu-Jitsu in like a couple weeks. Um, I rolled with a black belt on Saturday, and when he got me in cross face, he kind of laid, he kind of like caught my cheek here. Like, look at this freaking thing, bro. It looks like I look tough right now, dude. I'm just saying, I look tough right now. That's all I'm saying. Look at this. It's the second black eye I've gotten in 2 weeks from Jiu-Jitsu. So hope you guys had a good Friday. I skipped trading Friday. I just wasn't. We didn't really have any economic data. This week's actually pretty busy. We have Nvidia earnings tomorrow. Sam Altman was just fired. Sam Altman was just fired from OpenAI by the board, which is a crazy thing. Like Sam Altman was the founder of OpenAI. Like these board members are out of control, bro. Like I get it, they want profits, but like sometimes I think they can be too one dimensional in their mindset where they're like, we got to make money, we got to make money, and they just kind of rush this type of stuff, and that's what makes them fire. That's what makes them fire these founders, which is again kind of crazy. Honestly, it really is kind of crazy. Um, all right, let me check this real quick. Huh. I'm gonna be playing with some of these. All right. Sorry, let me check. I'm gonna get some music playing too. Hold on, let me. All right, but yeah, honestly, again, it's a holiday week, and so I'm not expecting like it to be too crazy in here. Um, we got uh, yeah, and then hired at Microsoft, which is just kind of crazy, you know. As long as it isn't the market beating you up, you're good. I guess so. Again, I kind of look tough with this black guy. That's all I'm saying. Definitely top three tough looking traders in the world right now. Uh, I don't know if the black belt was mad at me. Like what really happened? Okay, what really happened is that I went on Saturday, which I don't usually go, and so there's like a new group of like white belts for me to train with, and like other belts, like blue belts are there, purple belts are there. Anything over a blue belt's just going to destroy me because that's just kind of how it goes. Like you can be as athletic as you want, but if you're rolling with a purple belt that's not letting you in or letting you take positions and all that different stuff, like you're going to get destroyed. And so I mean, granted, I'm a one stripe white belt, so it's like I'm not brand new, and they should be able to look at my belt and see I've at least been doing it for, a couple minutes. But people progress at different speeds, right? And so a lot of the people I roll with, they're not very offensive at all. Like they don't ever go for submissions from like a lot of them. Some of them do for sure, but a lot of them like they just pure, and that might be the better move. They just kind of play guard and try not to get tapped out, right? Where I'm much more of an offensive person. Like I like you know, I'm just much more offensive. And so I think there's this thing when you roll with higher belts that the higher belts kind of see what you're about and like let you roll and let you take positions and all this different stuff, right? And so anyways, I was rolling with a blue belt, right? And this was like a big like bearish blue belt. Like he was big. And so anyways, he gets on top of me and he like and he's so heavy on top of me that I tap, right? So I like it was just too much. It was kind of a smother tap. So a smother tap is when they get on top of you and they just basically like you can't breathe. And so, so I tap. And then the next, and so the next, so once you tap, you reset, right? And so once we reset, I'm like, I can't let this dude get on top of me. You know, if he gets on top of me, he's gonna smother tap me because he's just big, you know, and he's a blue belt too. So it's like I'm not really supposed to hold back with them. I'm supposed to try to tap them because they're a higher belt than I am. So, anyways, so I tap, we reset, and then I'm like, I can't let this dude get on top of me. And I'm kind of quick, right? So I immediately get into side control. And the dude just had his arm out like this, like he's holding his arm out like this. And so I just kind of grabbed his arm and armbarred him really quick. And then afterwards, he was like grabbing his arm, you know, like in pain. And I felt bad. I apologized. And then, uh, we reset again. But when we reset, there's like a lot of people there. And so there was another group of people rolling right next to us. And like the blue belt was on the ground and his face was up. And this other guy came in from the other group and tried to post off the ground. But instead he whacked his face like hard, like trying to post really quickly. He like smashed the dude's face. And then the dude that I was rolling with was all hurt and like stopped rolling with me and basically sat there. And I don't know if the dude thought it was me that did it, but it wasn't me. I didn't do that. It was the other group next to me that was rolling, trying to post off the ground. Definitely wasn't me. But then my next roll, I was gonna roll with this other training buddy of mine, like this other rolling buddy of mine. And like the black belt's like, no, hey, I want to roll with you. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And so I go roll with this black belt, and that's where I get the black eye. And I don't even think he was being necessarily rough. Like, I don't think he tried to do it. You know, a lot of the time they'll just kind of see what you're about. But yeah, now I look tough and I've got a black eye. Could you recommend a good economic calendar? Market Watch. This is the one I always look at. It's easy, it's clean. What's up, Beach Bum? Yeah, so I don't understand. Like, so Microsoft's board fires Sam Altman. I don't know. Let me see. Let me check. I don't know if it's Microsoft or just the board at OpenAI. Let me see. But you can see some AI stocks trending right now. The Q is up. Nvidia is up. Again, you can kind of see like ARM trending up, like gapping up a little bit. Nvidia gapping up a little bit. All right, so Emmett Shear is hired as the new interim CEO of OpenAI from the board. You know, to put it into perspective, right? If you guys don't understand, so like, I'm trying to see if it was the Microsoft board. It has to be Microsoft because OpenAI is not a public company, right? So OpenAI is not public. And so with that, OpenAI is not public. With that, I don't know the structure of the company. I know Microsoft is public, and so I'm assuming it was Microsoft's board that booted out Sam Altman. But I'm kind of reading on it now. Let me look board. Somebody might be able to help me out a little bit here. Okay, so I guess it was OpenAI's board, which must be the structure. So basically, the board makes all the decisions. You know, there's like a power structure, but basically, Sam Altman and Greg were fired from OpenAI. And then now they're getting like a media backlash for it because, again, like they're firing the founder of OpenAI, and it's not like OpenAI isn't successful. So again, dozens recently quit OpenAI. So they say Sam Altman isn't going back to OpenAI after all, which led to dozens quitting last night. OpenAI's board really screwed up. Like, again, boards can be one-dimensional. Like, they can be very one-dimensional, meaning like all they really want is profit, right? But they don't think about how long it's supposed to take. And so, yeah, boards can be, you know, smoke crack sometimes, and like, I don't know what they're doing. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. This is supposed to be instrumentals, bro. There we go. I was about to say. They did not bring Altman back, from my understanding, Martin. So I don't think they brought Altman back. I think what I'm reading here is they hired Shear. Everybody's pissed though. Like, people are mad. Understandably so. I mean, it's a bad move, dude. Like, firing the founder of your company for just profits is a bad look. It's going to make people turn on you. You know, like, that's something the board must not really understand. All right, so yeah, the OpenAI board has hired Emmett Shear as CEO. He's the former CEO of Twitch. Sam is in shock. Understandably so. Like, you formed this company, you found it. It's one of the politics part of corporate that you have to hate here. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy, man. It really is kind of crazy. Like, you fire the founder of the company. And Sam Altman, it's not like, okay, it's even worse because Sam Altman has like a large following online. And so you fire the founder of the company, the very popular founder of the company, right? That's kind of out there. You know, that's a bad decision in a lot of people's minds. Yeah, it's kind of like when Steve Jobs got the kick. Corporate sucks, you know. What's up, Tiny Arif? Yeah, you're about. I'm using Thinkorswim charts, Kelly. And again, Sam Altman basically turned around and said that he's working on a new AI startup, and he has been. And so... they offered Altman a position back, but he refused the offer and wanted the board gone. I get it, man. The board making bad decisions. Like, it's dumb. You know? Yeah, but they hired Emmett Shear, the former CEO of Twitch, as the interim CEO. Nestle owns a lot that a lot of people don't realize. Right, so just to put this into perspective, right, what does Nestle own? Nestle owns... All right, so let me go through this. Nestle owns Ceregrow, Lactogen, Neslac, Nestum, SMA Nutrition, Materna, Cerelac, Gerber, Nan, Ozarka Water, Vittel, Aquapana, Nestle Splash, San Pellegrino, Pure Life, Perrier Water, Nesquik, Cinnaminis, Nestle Bar One, Toll House, Kit Kat, Orion, Smarties, Polo, Milky Bar, Hot Pockets, DiGiorno, Tombstone Pizza, Stouffer's, Coffee Mate, Nescafe, Starbucks, Coffee at Home, Dolce Gusto, Ovaltine, Sweet Leaf Tea. Yeah. I'm Haagen-Dazs, Drumstick, Dreyer's Ice Cream, Breakfast Essentials, Fiber Choice, Nutrin, Boost, Purina dog food, that is, Purina Bacon Bites, Fancy Feast, Kitten Caboodle, Frosty Paws. So yeah, they own a lot in food. The risky part of Nestle, okay, so like the risky part, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I might be wrong here, but the risky part of this is simply that people are a lot more health conscious. Now, maybe it's that I'm a lot more health conscious, so I'm not really eating any of this stuff, right, or drinking any of this stuff. I'm a lot more health conscious now, so I don't really buy or consume many of the brands that I see here at all, for anything, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really buy or consume any of this stuff. And so maybe, I don't know if I'm just biased because I don't really consume these things anymore or what, but I think the risk of owning Nestle stock is that people are getting a lot more health conscious, and with that, they might be buying less of these cheap brands like this. That No, it's not raining over here. It's still dark, granted, but it's not raining. I bought an espresso machine. I'm trying to get off that Keurig. Yeah, Nestle. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't really watch the stock. Again, it's not really one that I want to necessarily invest in. Does Nestle even have a stock? If they do, what's the symbol? And it's an OTC stock for Nestle. I wonder why they keep it OTC. It's NSRGY. Yeah, I mean, yearly they're down. I mean, they've got a pretty good long-term chart, though. I mean, okay, like, look, the chart doesn't look bad if you look at let's look at it. So again, here's their chart, right? Here's a weekly chart for Nestle. It's a pretty good chart. I mean, they are up since 2019. So they've had a 4-year run where in 4 years they are up from 90 to 111s, 112s. So they're up like $23 a share from 90. And so I mean, so that is a percentage of 25%. That's a pretty big percentage, in 4 years. So that's over 6% a year that they're averaging in terms of price. And that's right here down these lows. Like if they're up to 120 or 130, that's going to go up much more. So I don't think Nestle's necessarily performing poorly here. Although it is an OTC stock, but like again, I don't think this is necessarily performing poorly. It hasn't been for sure. This is a good looking long term chart. As much as people like or dislike Nestle, yeah, for sure, Justin. Me too, dude. We also got to look at like Nvidia here. Again, Nvidia shooting up last week. Nvidia still at 495s, kind of skating right around that $500 level. Yeah, we don't really have any other big news today. I mean, again, we might. All right, so the employees at OpenAI lost billions of dollars in secondary share sales that were about to happen at the $90 billion IPO valuation. People are predicting that OpenAI loses at least half of its employees. Let's see where Microsoft is going here, because this is the stock that's going to be the most influenced by it. Microsoft's up right now. And again, I'm in Microsoft. So like, I hope they're smart, I made this funny post here on Twitter. Really, I was just resharing somebody else's post. But like the board, Sam with the board in the background, It is absolutely true. That's what Sam Altman had to deal with. Yeah, if you heard the story, basically, one of the heads of the company reached out to Sam and asked him if he wanted to use Google Meet. And he was like, okay, on Friday. And so he joins the Google Meet stream, which is a lot of people are pointing this out, that a Microsoft company using Google Meet. But hey, basically he said he joined that that meet, and they basically fired him. You know, which is crazy to do to the founder and CEO. I don't think we have any big earnings today. Let me check. No. Yeah, so again, tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow we have Zoom. Or no, this evening we have Zoom, which I'm just not a big believer in Zoom company. Tomorrow we have Best Buy, Abercrombie, Lowe's, Dick's Sporting Goods, Kohl's in the morning, American Eagle, basically a bunch of, never mind. And then Nvidia in the evening tomorrow, along with, we got the Fed minutes report. So we get Nvidia in the evening tomorrow. Nvidia's expecting $3.18 profit per share on 16.12 billion in rev, 171.8% growth, basically 172% growth. I'm gonna do a poll here. Will AI stocks stay bullish or turn bearish this week? Bullish week, bearish week. It's going to be the question. Will AI stocks stay bullish or turn bearish this week? Vote in the poll. Microsoft at 377, Nvidia sitting at 495. You know, again, Microsoft's the parent company of OpenAI. So vote on that poll. We appreciate it. All right, so commercials taking a hit, man. A lot of people are staying. Commercial real estate, especially in places like New York, is on its path to struggle heavily in a bigger way. It's been reported that Deutsche Bank is going to take a $350 million loss on a New York City office building that they bought in 2014 for $500 million. They're reportedly ready to sell for 15, or they're ready to sell for about 150 to 200 million, according to the Real Deal, which I think also shows weakness in commercial, of course, because if they're ready to sell now for that big of a loss, that they must think that worse things are coming in commercial. I ended up buying Dumb Money. The biggest problem I have with Dumb Money, okay, like the biggest problem I have with the movie is that it romanticizes GameStop in a way in which, like, okay, if you look at the movie, the corporate culture of GameStop was horrible. It was terrible. Like, they would give employees crazy, unrealistic profit targets. Like, in the movie, they made them do a literal TikTok dance competition just for work hours. Like, the corporate culture of GameStop was one of the worst companies in the world for that. They're romanticizing that company in a way in which they're acting like, number one, they're acting like it's undervalued, right? Like, you got to call a spade a spade. It was a short squeeze pump and dump. Like, that's what it was. It was a short squeeze pump and dump. Basically, too many hedge funds got overly short in GameStop, and a bunch of retail traders banded together to punish those traders. right? But it was never about GameStop being a great company. It was never about GameStop being undervalued. Like, the obsolete aspect of GameStop can't be ignored. Like, it's obviously not going to succeed long term. That's just an obvious thing. You know, like, there's a reason you had that many hedge funds shorting it. Their problem is that they got a little bit too greedy, and instead of covering it when it was at big lows, they ended up holding it longer and longer, and that caused that squeeze opportunity. But it wasn't a fundamental value play, you know. And I think that's the biggest problem I have with that movie. Aside from that, I love the movie, you know. Again, it's very nostalgic to that time, you know. You think this AI will impact the market? I'm not sure. Yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, watch AI stuff. You got a lot of AI stuff you're right. It was an eat and leave situation in which, like, you should have made your money and got out. Like, again, a lot of those guys should have taken profit. You know, a lot of them, especially Roaring Kitty, dude was up like 50 million. You know, all I'm saying is hopefully Gil took some profit. There are also a couple hedge funds going long on GameStop as seen oversold, which means too heavy shorting going on. Yeah. Take the trash out. Another big deal. Dogecoin. Yeah, Dogecoin. I remember at the time my mom was reaching out to me wanting to buy Dogecoin, and I told her, I was like, look, again, I can give you, like, if I look back at the history of my mom's conversation with me, I saved my mom from disaster, right? I'm glad she reached out. Like, look, if I keep going back, this is what my mom said, right? This is literally word for word what my mom said. The conversation that my mom and I had, all right, back February 7th of 2021 was when my mom and I had this conversation. I can look it up. She said, John, what do you think of Dogecoin? Steady going up, 75 cents a share and going up. I said, yeah, short term isn't too bad, but long term it shouldn't hold as it is a joke crypto used to make fun of others. I wouldn't buy it. Oh, I see. Love you too, mom. That's the whole conversation, right? If we look at it now, where's Dogecoin at now? What's Dogecoin's price? Dogecoin's price is 8 cents a share right now. And so she would have lost everything she invested in it, essentially, if she would have followed the news. Again, the saying goes like this: if you hear about it outside of the stock market, it's too freaking late. You know, that's the truth. If you hear about it outside of the market, it's too freaking late. Do not touch it, you know, because that means it's overly hyped at that point in time. How much do you have, John, in the stock market? I mean, my account right now, I got like a $21,000 portfolio. It's not really like a huge thing. I ended up taking a lot of profit over the last couple weeks on this latest run up. And so like my account's got like 50 something in it, 50 something thousand in it. But right now I'm only holding about 21,000. Um, you know. Yeah, I mean the reality of it is people get talked into it. People have to be less gullible on the internet. You know, like people have to be get less gullible. Again, if like I think a lot of people are desperate to fit in, right? Is what it is, right? That's what I blame a lot of this stuff. When people are desperate to fit in, man, they really want to fit in. When they have this community around them that tells them that they know something that other people don't, and that they've got this supportive group and community around them, just patting each other on the back. It makes them feel like they're a part of something big, and I think that drives people to invest in wildly depreciating things, like Dogecoin, or, there's a lot of it. Maybe Dogecoin ends up succeeding long term. Again, I think a lot of people shoot the messenger when I say stuff like this, because you got a lot of people that are just bag holding Dogecoin. And instead of looking at it objectively and being like, hey, maybe John's right, they get mad at the person saying it. It's like, look, it's not arguable at this point in time. Dogecoin's down. They're down a large majority of their price since my mom sent me that message. And what am I supposed to do? Not tell her that and have her sit on Dogecoin at 75 cents? Of course not. I'm going to tell her the truth, and that's the truth. And we covered the Dogecoin thing when it happened too, but looking at our poll, 64% think we're going to have a bullish this week. And we do have some stuff going on. Like, it's not a slow week necessarily because it's a consolidated week. The slowest week is today. The slowest day is today, which is Monday. Tuesday, we got some people. Wednesday. Tomorrow is the busiest day for sure. Tomorrow we got existing home sales in the morning, right? And all that's good and fine. But tomorrow afternoon, we got the Fed minutes report. Tomorrow evening, we got NVIDIA earnings. Wednesday, we got jobless claims, durable goods, and consumer sentiment. Thursday is a holiday. Friday, we got S&P services and manufacturing PMI. And then next week, we got CB consumer confidence, Case-Shiller, GDP data coming out on Wednesday. Jobless claims, PCE data coming out on Thursday. Friday, we got ISM manufacturing data. So next week's a busy week too. I still don't understand the practical application for crypto. It's a way to send money. If PayPal's valuable, so is crypto to a certain extent, because you can send a lot more crypto for a lot less. If you start trying to send five figures in PayPal, you're going to get eaten in percentages in terms of what you're sending and how much you're going to get eaten in terms of percentages. And so the benefit of crypto is simply that you can send money seamlessly, no matter where you are, less red tape all around. That's the main benefit of it. Yeah, we're just gonna get you out of here, dude. Good day to you, sir. He must be a Dogecoin investor. Morning, y'all. 36 likes. Come on. I know, guys. Listen, don't be stubborn. Here, come on now. Again, the real question is, what does AI look like today? Sam Altman fired by the board, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I remember I was in Dogecoin, but when Dogecoin hit the 70s, I cut it. And again, I can't confirm this for sure. I'm trying to remember what I did with Dogecoin. I remember I rode Dogecoin up. It wasn't a huge position, but I rode Dogecoin up. Once it started to hit 75, I took some profit, and then I held I think it was like a quarter of the position. And then after that, it started to drop pretty quickly down to like 50s, and then I unloaded the rest, and I never bought it again. Yeah, pawn. I don't know, bro. You just get these weird people who just like they kind of like sit around and wait to criticize. Like I can't, listen, if that's how they want to spend their life, joining somebody's stream at and just being jealous and insecure, like that's fine. Um, but again, I kind of feel for them. But I've said it once, I'll say it again. If you're just kind of sitting around, if I look that dude's name up, almost everything he says is critical, argumentative, or negative, right? And so it's just like, why? Like, why be that way? That's just weird, man. Again, I get it. Jealousy can be like a strong thing, but people got to just move on with their lives. It's not healthy, guys. Uh, keep an eye on IOVA. Again, maybe he was a Dogecoin investor. I don't know, but again, it's not arguable. Dogecoin. What I told my mom was correct. Again, Dogecoin at 75 cents. Dogecoin now is at 8 cents. So I mean, I told her probably shouldn't buy it, and she didn't, and she avoided losing a huge chunk of money. And so, yeah, the IV, I've done that, Anthony, in which like I ended up buying a Roblox call option when it dipped after earnings. It dipped well under $30, and I ended up buying the call option. It was a $30 strike price option, but the IV was so high, IV meaning implied volatility, that I was correct about the option. Like it was like when I sold the option, it was well over $30, right? And the $30 was the strike price. And so I was past the strike price when I sold it. I still lost a couple $100 on it. So that's why options are no fun a lot of the time. Like it's, any real edge that you get in options, if is typically going to be when earnings come out and stuff like that. But if you buy it right around then, the implied volatility is going to be so high that the conditions are going to be so unfavorable, it's not going to be worth it a lot of the time. That's one of the reasons, like if you have enough equity, just buy shares. Yeah, Justin, how dare you criticize my investments that were 90% down? And again, emotional. Will markets be choppy this week? Probably. Again, we don't know for sure. Tomorrow's gonna move stuff for sure. Like tomorrow, Nvidia earnings, FOMC minutes report. I'm not saying you don't need options. You're always gonna have traders with small accounts that need to trade options. You know what I mean? You're always gonna need that. But I never understood like if you have a large enough account, you shouldn't be trading options. Like you're just giving yourself worse conditions for trades, in which like hey, thank you so much, Anthony, for becoming a member. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, thanks so much, Anthony. Appreciate the love, man. But man, I forgot what I was talking about. I know we have Nvidia earnings in the Fed minutes report tomorrow, but yeah, if you have a large enough account, restricting yourself with like conditions and options just doesn't seem like the right move. But if you have a small enough account, trade options. Like you're going to get more bang for your buck in options, but you're also going to be more restricted in terms of conditions. So you're going to need to hit more grand levels in order to hit your targets than you would just holding shares. What's the symbol? Arif. Yeah, let me. Anytime you want me to look up a stock, just put the symbol out there. I'll look at it. Again, I might not say what you want about it, but I'll look at it. It's all good. Yeah, 0 day to expiry options. If you're day trading, there can be some benefits of options for sure. IOVA. Rough looking long-term chart. Problem with it, it's been downtrending since 2021. It was at $54 in 2021. It's at $5 now. It's lost 10x its value since 2021 in 3 years. It's moving up a little bit short term though, but I don't trust it at all. Again, it's down 10x. So yeah. What do you think about Etsy stock? I'm in Etsy. I'm in Etsy right now. It's a very small trade that I'm down on. I'm down like 50 bucks in it, but it's a very small trade. My average price on Etsy is like 83 bucks. It's at 72. So I'm down like not a small percentage on Etsy. Luckily, I have 5 shares of it though. But I'm down 50 bucks on that position. So I'm kind of neutral on it. I think Etsy has a use case argument. I'm not sure, Kenny. We'll have to wait and see when it comes out. Yeah, my average price on SQ is 45s. The gift. So I didn't buy it at the mid 50s. You might be talking about when I bought it after the Hindenburg report. I remember after the Hindenburg report, I bought SQ. And then it ended up bouncing back like really quick for me, and I ended up taking all of it off. And then somewhere along the line, I added back. My average price is 45.35 right now, and it's almost up to 60. So yeah, I'm in SQ and I'm nicely green, and I'm pretty sure I took profit already a couple times on this one too. But again, you can kind of see my average price here for SQ is 45.35. So I mean, we're pretty green on it. It's almost up to 60 right now. You think Tesla ran out of juice? I don't know, man. The real thing, the question mark with Tesla is what happens November 30th when the Cybertruck starts to get delivered. That's the volatile potential for Tesla is what happens when the Cybertruck delivery thing. They're also going to be doing a event that I'll probably stream. Now, what came out is that Tesla is only going to be delivering 10 Cybertrucks at the delivery event. That might be what's dipping them down a little bit. Yeah, the first 10 is going to be what they deliver at the event. That might disappoint some people. Musk basically previously stated that he expects it's going to take Tesla about 18 months to get the Cybertruck to a production of 5,000 units per week. That would put the volume production goal in 2025. So, again, we'll stream the event for sure. But yeah, watching it. SPY actually went red on the day here. Again, a lot of people talking about Sam Altman getting fired from OpenAI by the board. SPY dipping down a little bit. It's still over 450s though. The market's just been so strong the last couple weeks. Just so strong. Hey, nice, Roger. I bet Microsoft will print new all-time highs today. Maybe. Again, Microsoft basically got rid of Sam Altman, which is crazy. He's the founder of OpenAI, which makes it a very crazy thing. Sam Altman. Hmm. Yeah, sorry, I'm checking out. Market can get any news as bullish. Yeah, they can interpret anything as bullish. VWAP on Nasdaq futures 20 points away, I think. New Zealand made an accurate prediction. Yeah. All right, guys. Again, SPY now under the VWAP 200 EMA and previous closing price. We're watching NVIDIA closely here also, but I think we do have to watch Microsoft. All right, guys. All right, team. Sorry, Chart Prime just put out a back tester that I'm trying to learn how to use. I'm trying to figure out where it is. I don't think Microsoft's taking them in. I think they changed that. So I think originally that's what people thought regarding Sam Altman. But yeah, so again, I don't think Sam Altman's going back. I think that was originally what they thought was going to happen. And then they ended up hiring. What was going to happen, I think, is that they were going to hire Sam right back. Microsoft was, but then they ended up hiring Emmett Shear, which is the previous CEO of Twitch right now. So, yeah, volatility in tech. Remote workers save on average $6,000 per year working from home, according to USA Today. Yeah, maybe they are. Like, again, I am reading some news that say Microsoft is hiring Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, and OpenAI co-founder, or the OpenAI co-founder, joining them to lead a new advanced AI research team. Yeah. This is honestly super true. All right, team. We got over 300 people here. What perks? I thought it was that Emmett was appointed as the new interim CEO of OpenAI, but Altman and Brockman are being taken on directly by Microsoft. Maybe that, you might be right. I think, Hark, you're probably right. I think that's true. What's up, Jonathan? And no, it's not the ex-CEO. It's the ex-CEO of Twitch is what it is. All right, team, bear with me. Sorry. So again, Chart Prime just added a back tester. All right. Oh, those are old strategies and stuff from years and years ago. I don't know if we see Tesla at those levels. I mean, it's possible. I just don't know. All right, so Javier Milei was just elected the Argentina president. His plan is going to replace the peso with the U.S. dollar. Oh, wait, this is the song. We got to switch it up. Yeah, those are old. You know, again, lately my standard for the last like 3 years has been I don't really put out any content, any paywalls behind content. Like, there's a couple things we did like when the channel was first started, but you know, those are old. We don't really have too much new stuff. But that, like, becoming a member is mostly just a way to support the channel. Alibaba shares are now below the price where they went public. Elon Musk saying, given the risk and advanced power of AI, the public should be informed on why the board felt they had to take such a drastic action in firing Sam Altman, which is the founder. Again, crazy story here. I'm looking at other stuff today. Yeah. Look at Tesla dip. So Tesla falling down. The SPY's still technically red at 450.50 here. Again, if we look at Tesla starting to test that previous low or that previous close. Still green on the day though. Yeah, looking at the votes. Again, slap that like button. We got some votes. So we asked people, will AI stay bullish or turn bearish this week? 66% say bullish, 34% say bearish. Let me know what you guys get. I hope you guys saw my short on building up that cushion and profit. Yeah, we're also trading on let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to be patient here and wait. Let's see what else we got. All right, so again, we're dipping down a little bit on the SPY. You can see us dip down to 450, 40s. Trying to build up a little bit of cushion here in this one. Make sure we're doing it right. There we go. All right, again, you can kind of see us trading on Topstep X today. Up 25 currently. I could add some more to it. Get rid of this. Wait, what? There we go. Yeah, I might pivot to trading a little bit more of the NASDAQ here. All right, so we're up 25. I could add to this and try to fix my average a little bit more. It just depends on what Tesla and the other stocks do. Again, did you guys end last week green or red? Not saying the market is going to drop soon, but what do traders do during a down market? They short. Short-term traders, they mostly short. They do stuff like that. All right, I'm going to add a little bit to this. We got 2 contracts now. It's red for the week, green for the day. All right, so now we're down a little bit. We'll probably cut this. I wanted to take a little swing, but I'll probably pivot to the NASDAQ here. I've been having much better results trading the NASDAQ. All right, so we bounced right back up. All right, boom, just took some profit. We're up about 100 and something on the day. See if we can get a little bit more from this. Or at least we're up like 70 now. I don't know. Let me see how much I'm actually up. Okay. We are up about 60 on the day, actually. So if we did get this turnaround, we would be up more. Hey, nice, David. Not saying the market's going to drop soon. Yeah, I don't know what the market's going to do here. Market's very flat right now. Like you can see the SPY just kind of chopping back and forth. I think I'd rather trade the NASDAQ. I'm also watching Tesla some here too. Not going to cover Zoom earnings. Probably not. Zoom's not really a big company anymore. It used to be, but it's just not really a big company anymore. Like it doesn't have that much hype anymore, unfortunately. Because I think it's replaceable is the problem with Zoom. Like it's very replaceable. Like now you could stream from Discord, like Google Meets, like you can stream from all these other avenues in which you don't need to pay for Zoom services. Still trading Jiu-Jitsu? Yeah, you can see the black eye I have from Jiu-Jitsu on Saturday. But yeah, I'm still training. Got my first stripe. I'm one stripe white belt right now. I'm all right. Like I said, there's some people at my gym that just destroy me, and there's others. You know, I think for the white belts in my class, I'm okay. You know, but you know, again, there's some people that just have my number for sure. But I think that's just kind of, there's levels to it, of course. You know, it's just kind of how it goes. Yeah. So Sam Altman will not be returning. Yeah. Zoom better do a partnership. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what Zoom has to do to succeed. Again, I think I think competition is hurting them, is what it is. I think there's just too much competition for streaming services. I think Zoom is still pretty widely used as well, but I just think that competition is a struggle for them. I think there's a lot of people that create a very similar software. And with that, it's just something that they are going to struggle with because they're very replaceable in terms of like what they do, what they offer. Um, I still think schools use them a lot, and that's great. And I think they make money, of course, but growth, I think, is done with them. I don't think they're growing as much as they want. All right, so again, we're still kind of scalping back and forth these positions here. We're gonna go and lock that in. And so again, we've made about $115 after commissions on the day. I'll take it. You can kind of see the list of trades that I've gotten in. And we talk about this a lot. Like I did a video on my risk management system. So again, like what's really cool is that you can look back at the history of my trades here. Right. So since I started trading on Topstep X, like again, people can say whatever they want about me as a trader, but since I started trading on this, $50 green, 12.50 or $50 red, 12.50 profit, 37.50 profit, 37.50 profit, 37.50 profit, 12.50 profit, $125 loss. That's a much bigger loss than I wanted. But since that trade, I haven't had any losing trades. And this was on November. I mean, I had a jump, but 50's profit, 12.50 profit, 12.50 profit, 25 profit, 37.50 profit, 25 profit, break even, zero. $50 profit, 25 profit, 25 profit, $62 profit, 12.50 profit, $0 profit, $50 profit. And so again, you can kind of see me running it up a little bit on Top Step X here. Yeah, we've gotten pretty good at it, man. We've gotten pretty good at scalping, building up a cushion, and then, you know what I mean, using that cushion to push harder and harder. Yeah, so Top Step X is their native platform. It's not available yet to everybody. It's mostly just available to us, but I got an espresso machine. What are the commissions? I don't know. You have to look it up. Not enough to hurt that system. My accuracy is just good enough to where it doesn't really hurt it. I don't think. I think it's only. I don't think it's available to everybody. I have early access to Top Step X because I'm a partner of theirs, right? So I have early access to them. Is what it is. So again, I don't think y'all can access it yet. But that's coming soon. Eventually, it'll be out for you all. Yeah, there's a wait list, so it's gonna take a little while. They're doing it slow to not crash their servers, which is probably a smart move. All right, so again, we're in Top Step X. We just took a little bit more profit here. We're up about 140 on the day scalping. I'll go ahead and just lock that in. So we're up about $150 on the day right now. Again, you can kind of see my trades for the day here. So far, my trades for the day. So far today, we've made $62, $12.50, $50, $25, and $12.50. So up about 150 on the day or so. Tesla bouncing back, SPY bouncing back. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Greg? Yeah, IOVA, again, I can't justify buying it, you know. Again, like, I get so many people that come to my streams and try to promote really sketchy, terrible penny stocks. And it's like, number one, just as long as you're okay with me not liking the stock, say whatever you want, push whatever you want. Like, I'm okay with that. Yeah, so again, we're going to be streaming the Tesla stuff. Come on, Tesla just pushed through. Yeah, Tesla testing the volume weighted average price in the 200 EMA right now, which is really one of my favorite like levels. Like you can kind of see this here. You can kind of see this 200 EMA VWAP level. That's a big level to get over. It's both the 200 EMA and the volume weighted average price. So, I mean, it's just a big spot, a big level to get over, you know. All right. But again, we're going to keep trading on Top Step X. I'm going to go ahead and buy this again. One contract here of the regular E-mini. We might add a little bit to it so what we're going to do now, guys, again, and part of the system is like we build up a cushion. And then once we have that cushion, we take larger risks, right? And so, and again, we might lose all this profit today. We might make some more profit, but regardless, we're going to take some larger size. We might add up to 2 to 3 contracts here. All right, there's 2 contracts right now. We got 2 contracts here. Again, the problem is Tesla's right at that VWAP 200 EMA level, but I'm looking at the SPY to potentially bounce. So far, we're break even here, but I don't mind taking a couple trades. We do have a head and shoulders type of look, though, on the S&P 500 right here. I am trading on Top Step X right now. All right, so again, we're flat right here. You got any promo codes? I don't really have any promo codes. You can use my link, though. Yeah, you can use the link right here if you're interested. Again, they're a sponsor of mine. I'm certainly biased in their favor, but if you want to check out Top Step, there's the link. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. You can join the wait list to get on Top Step X. Again, Top Step is a funded program where they give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target without hitting the max loss and following their rules, then they fund you between 50 to 150K with a 90% split. The base one's only 49 bucks. They're going to give you a 50K demo. If you can hit 3K in profit without losing over 2,000, they fund you that 50K as long as you can follow the rest of their rules. With a 90% split once you're funded, and they pay out millions, fund thousands of traders a year. It's a great way to learn day trading with limited risk. Most day traders lose money. This is something I always tell people, right, is that most day traders lose. And I don't think there's any exception here. I think most day traders lose regardless of where they go, right? But I know it's a lot cheaper to lose here than to put up thousands yourself and lose that. You know, it's a lot cheaper here. And in that regard, it makes it really beneficial, really useful. We're going to go ahead and take half off there, lock in that profit. In that regard, it makes it really beneficial because it allows new day traders to have limited risk. If they lose, you're out 49 bucks. You're not down thousands like a lot of new day traders are. And in the futures market, you can day trade the S&P, the Nasdaq, currencies, gold, silver, the Dow. The patterns are very similar to blue chips, but there's no PDT rule. We're gonna go ahead and cut that one here too. It's not too shabby here, guys. We are currently up on the day $203. We haven't had any losing trades. We've had some break-even trades, but again, you can kind of see my trade list here, where we started trading on the day right here. $62.50 profit, $12.50 in profit, 50 profit, 25 profit, 12.50 profit, 37.50 profit, 25 profit. So again, we built up a cushion of a couple $100. Now we're allowed to take larger risks now that we have that cushion built. Again, the big news story of the day is really Sam Altman getting fired. All right, we're still pushing up a little bit here, team. All right, so look at SPY. SPY is right at that previous closing price, right at the red to green level. I don't know if it's going to hold here or not. It's trying, though. I would recommend the micro E-mini, especially when you're first getting started, marksman. But it depends. The micro E-mini has a smaller range. It's the same thing as the E-mini. It's just going to have a smaller size. Yeah, I mean, traders take different periods of time to become profitable, Bal. I would say for day traders in general, not even, it's not even just topstep. It's day trading in general. It takes a long time to learn how to do successfully. And a lot of people will never be profitable day trading. That's just the nature of it. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are never going to be profitable. It doesn't matter where they trade, what they trade. That's just kind of life in anything. A lot of people will as well. So it just depends. Cruise co-founder and CEO Kyle Voigt resigned. Yeah, I'm still looking at it. Market's still pushing up. Again, SPY rejected, though, a little bit at that previous closing price. That's the question. 200 EMA is right above us as well. So the 200 EMA is right there. Do short squeezes happen anymore? I mean, they do, but they were never super common, bro. Like, that's the biggest misconception that a lot of people had regarding short squeezes. Okay, like if you watch the movie Dumb Money, you might think that these squeezes happen are a dime a dozen. You know what I mean? Like, you might think they just happen regularly. They don't. Like, squeezes like that. Listen, I have traded the stock market short term. I've watched all the big movers. I've covered a lot of the crazy squeezes. I've watched the market every day for almost 8 years now. Okay. One thing you realize, short squeezes are very rare. Like, legitimate short squeezes are very rare. All right. They do not happen every day. The GameStop short squeeze was the largest in history. I think a lot of people are going to watch this Dumb Money movie and think that they can get rich by buying up crap. And again, it's just not really like that. It's not really like that. GameStop was the largest short squeeze in history. You know, so trying to bet on yourself, positioning yourself in a correct way into these terrible companies that are overly shorted, it's a very risky thing. Maybe some of them squeeze. A lot of them are not going to squeeze. A lot of them are just going to dump, and you're going to lose whatever you put into them. And so you got to understand the true nature, which is that there's a reason everybody was shorting GameStop. The problem is that the hedge funds got overly greedy in that regard. They got overly greedy. You know, GameStop was never undervalued. The hedge funds just got overly greedy and found themselves in a really bad position. Not because of actual strength, but because a Reddit forum called Wall Street Bets basically colluded with each other to keep the price of the stock a specific amount, and start pushing up and punish the hedge funds, right? And I think it's great. Screw the hedge funds. If I have to pick a side, I'm picking meme traders, on that side. But I also don't want people to watch that movie and start thinking that they're going to somehow position themselves to catch the next one. Because again, what Roaring Kitty did was incredibly risky. Like, the people telling him, like, you know, the one thing he did correctly was identify the high short percentage, right? Identify the high short float. You know, when a short float starts to topple 100%, that's when there might be short squeeze opportunity. We've seen it with Bed Bath & Beyond. We've seen it with GameStop. We saw it to a certain extent with AMC. The number one problem with taking advantage of these things, though, is that when the communities form around it, they never take profit when they freaking should. They never take profit when they should. You know, you always got a bunch of people telling them, no, don't sell. It's not the right time. With GameStop, again, I covered the GameStop squeeze. I was live streaming literally on that day when it was squeezing up crazy percentages. I was there. I covered it. I was holding it to a certain extent. I ended up taking profit in the $400 or $500 level. I can't remember exactly where it was. In $400 to $500 is where I think I took profit. And when I did, my whole stream turned against me, right? I ended up taking profit at the top. My entire stream turned against me. They said I'm not a true supporter of the movement, and they shamed me for it, right? They shamed me and shamed me and shamed me for it. Very quickly, a lot of them realized that I got out at the freaking top. It never got anywhere close to those levels again, and it hasn't in years. Yet there's still a lot of people shaming others if they sell, shaming others if they think about selling, pressuring them to never sell. And again, the problem is that if you're going to take advantage of a short squeeze pump, you have to sell eventually. You can't hold it forever. If you hold on to it forever, you're going to turn into Bed Bath & Beyond shareholders. You're going to turn into these GameStop shareholders that never sold and that lost a large percentage of their money. Short squeezes do not last forever. I've said this 1,000 times. They do not last forever. And the biggest problem with those communities is that they treat them like they do. And they act like they're somehow cooler if they just keep on holding. Again, Bed Bath & Beyond squeezed up to over $20 a share. Crazy big squeeze. Again, same thing. People were shaming people who sold. It never got anywhere close to that $20+ valuation again. Eventually, it got delisted to pink sheets. The company went bankrupt. You know, it's gone. You know, so again, if you follow the people telling you not to sell too much, you're going to lose. That's the problem with most short squeezes. Is that everybody wants to be diamond hands, but a lot of the time that's not the right move. Yeah. No, it's back there somewhere. I think Pawn found it one time. It's back there for sure. Intel, good time to buy. I don't know. I think microchips got a lot of volatility going on right now. So I think microchips are incredibly volatile at this point in time. Intel's no exception. Intel's had some great runs up to over 40s right now, 43s, 44s for Intel. It's a great run. But I think with Sam Altman getting fired from OpenAI, I think with NVIDIA earnings tomorrow, I think it can be hit or miss. I think there can be a lot of risks, but there can also be a lot of potential reward for AI right now. But Intel's one of those stocks that are kind of correlated with that. I would be careful. Again, NVIDIA earnings tomorrow evening. Sam Altman was recently fired. There's a lot of microchip volatility right now. Yeah, again, the problem is those communities form up. They make you feel all warm and fuzzy about them. And, a lot of people are reluctant to sell. It only works if you take profit at the top. Again, I was telling my wife while I was watching this movie, the better move for a lot of these guys would have been to simply take a partial profit, take a third of that position off, lock in millions of dollars for yourself, roaring kitty, and then let the rest sit. And that way, if it turns, you're still a freaking millionaire. And if it doesn't turn, you're an even bigger millionaire. Are you going to be as big of a millionaire as you would be? Of course not. But that's the cost of protecting yourself. Again, I'm going to say this again, chat. Again, I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable. If you lose, don't sue me. But if you're up ridiculously huge in anything, ignore everybody else. Take a partial profit, not the full profit. If you want to keep holding it, at least take a partial profit, lock some of it in, take advantage of the price, and then you can sit on the rest. And if it does what you want, great. If it doesn't, you protected yourself. It's not the end of the world. You've locked in some money, right? That is almost always the move. Okay. The move is almost never selling. Diamond handsing is almost never the move, right? Taking a partial profit, protecting the trade, and then continuing is almost always the right move, regardless of what anybody says. What do you mean paying 400 or 200? I'm not sure what you mean, Yair. What do you think about these talks of interest rate cuts? I don't think we're going to get cuts until May of next year, at least. I just don't think we're going to get cuts until much later. I don't think we're anywhere close to cuts. I think we're going to keep pausing. I think it's the middle ground that a lot of people think is the better idea, including myself. I think it's again. I don't think we're gonna cut rates. I don't think we're gonna raise rates. I think we're gonna keep it steady for indefinitely. I think we're gonna keep it steady until mid next year, early to mid next year. The next FOMC meeting is mid December, and so yeah, I just don't think we're gonna, Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure, Yair. Why did Bitcoin pump today? ECF news. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. I see Bitcoin is up though. Bitcoin up to 37.4s. Again, hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. We got about 400 people here. Again, it's a light day. It's a holiday week. I might buy this here. I see the down wick. Again, we got a cushion of a couple $100. I'm just going to take one contract here, though. Uh, All right, so we're down 75 bucks here. We're going to add towards the bottom of this range, and we're going to take our second swing of the day here. We're also positioned to exit if we need to. We're down $60 on this one so far. I'm pretty sure they'll probably have another sale for Black Friday, my guess is. All right, again, guys, we're pretty flat on this trade now. We got 2 contracts here. I'd love to see a bounce back up. I'm watching the SPY. I want to see if the SPY continues to move back up. We haven't had any losing trades today, and so hopefully that trend continues. What's up, Tiny? Interest rates will cut after we have a... Yeah, maybe, Adam. Maybe for Sam Altman. Watching the SPY. SPY right at 450.50. There we go. We're slightly green here. Let's see if we can pop up a little bit. We got a 5-minute chart up still on this chart. I want to see if we bounce. I want to give this one some room too. All right, watching Tesla, watching the SPY. I want to see if the SPY holds right here at 450.50 though. Seems like a big level. Dollar cost average or lump sum? What do you mean? In the market? I have no idea what you should do. Oil moving up a little bit today, so that's nice. I want to sit here. I mean, this is just the regular E-mini. So I do want to sit. I am kind of bullish at this level. We're right around a previous support level, which looks nice. We got to watch the SPY, though. It looks like the SPY is looking kind of weak here. Oil gain back up plus 5%. Yeah, oil is moving up a little bit today. You know, oil almost up to 78 for crude and futures. All right, so there we go. We're slightly green. Again, I do want to see a little bit bigger of a pop back up, though. You know. All right. We popped up a little bit and then retraced, but I held it. I'm still in it. We're completely break even now. Just gonna, oh no. I didn't mean to take 2 contracts off there. Well, that was my first loss for the day. I wanted to buy one back. I don't know why I just sold 2. I didn't want 2 contracts sold. I only wanted 1 sold. Why did it sell 2? I had 2 contracts there. Weird. Oh well. I mean, this was the bounce up I wanted, but again, kind of strange. $25 on the rest. I'd like to see this work a little bit. Look at the SPY rip. This might be a delayed move because look at the SPY back up to 450.70s. $50. We're gonna lock that in and just take the profit there. We're up about 250 on the day. Just kind of scalping in pre-market. This is kind of how we build up cushions on the day. We scalp quick trades. 1 losing trade technically today. I don't think it would have been a loss if, but all good. The button said sell to. I might not have refreshed it. That's my fault, I guess. Oh well. Again, SPY's still moving up some. Team still making some moves. All right, team. All right, team. I'm gonna go run to the restroom, and I'll be right back. Market's kind of flat right now, so be right back. I'll be right back for the restroom break. While I'm gone, was the board firing Sam Altman a good or bad move? Leave answer in chat. Was the board firing Sam Altman a good or bad move? I'll be right back. Honestly, the SPY is ripping up. Wait, what happened to the music? There we go. SPY is ripping up though, man. Look at the SPY. I should have held that long position. Yeah, Sam Altman, 30-year bonds might crash today. All right, guys. So we're going to pivot to more day trading right now. We got 45 minutes until the market opens. I don't trust the SPY. Yeah, I mean, it's up some. Again, let's look at it here. So here's the SPY and here's Tesla. Tesla ripping up over the 200 EMA VWAP level. The SPY flying all the way up to 451s. I'm trying to see if there's any news that came out. Citigroup CEO Fraser sent a memo on staff management. Says reorganization involves difficult and consequential decisions. I'm looking up some other news. McDonald's is going to buy out Carlyle's minority stake in the China business, boosting its stake to 48%, according to Bloomberg. Morgan Stanley named Jed Finn as head of wealth management. All right, so the Treasury Secretary Yellen says U.S. and China recognize they have the opportunity to work together. I mean, I think this is a pretty big candle, regardless of the scent wise. I think when you look at the SPY like this, I would say that's justifiably ripping up a little bit. But again, it's subjective. Arguing over it is like arguing over whether I think, ice cream is good, No reason to argue. It's all good. I don't trust the SPY. It wrecked me. Yeah, I mean, what I'm seeing right now is mostly flat action. I mean, the SPY's back green on the day now. It pushed over the 200 EMA and the volume weighted average price. Ilya Sutskever Says, quote, "I deeply regret my participation in the board's actions. I never intended to harm OpenAI. I love everything we built together and will do everything I can to reunite the company." Honestly, the board's got to be dumb. Like, the board gets like they've got to be dumb, you know. Firing the founder of the company is just dumb. Of course, it's going to react negatively. Like, they're doing so because they don't want to lose money, but what they're causing in this is losing money. We're reading this guy, Toby, at Oxford, saying a couple different things. He said most coverage of the firing of Sam Altman from OpenAI is treating it as a corporate board firing a high-performing CEO at the peak of their success. The reaction is shock and disbelief. And this is, again, all quoting this guy, Toby Ord. But this misunderstands the nature of the board and their legal duties. OpenAI was founded as a nonprofit. When it restructured to include a new for-profit arm, this arm was created to be at the service of the nonprofit's mission and controlled by the nonprofit board. This is very unusual, but the upshots are laid out clearly on OpenAI's website. As this says, the nonprofit board has no duty to ensure that the for-profit makes money. Instead, it has a legal duty to ensure that AGI is developed safely and broadly beneficial for humanity. So why might they have fired CEO of the for-profit, Sam Altman? Most of the hard power of the board comes from the ability to fire the CEO. The CEO has executive control of the organization and the board doesn't. But the board has the power to fire a CEO and find a replacement. Knowing this, a CEO will usually comply with pertinent board requests and not hide mission critical info from them. Very few people know for sure what happened in this case, but my best guess is that when the board member said he was not consistently candid in his communications with the board, hindering its ability to exercise its responsibilities, end quote, they meant that he repeatedly withheld info that interfered with their legal obligation to ensure safe development of the AGI. If so, they would have faced a legal and perhaps moral obligation to replace him. But why would they have done it so abruptly with no notice? Or to their main investor, Microsoft? My best guess is they knew that despite having no board seat, Microsoft would apply great pressure to save him by threatening to withhold their crucial cloud compute. If so, an attempt at a more orderly exit would be blocked and the board would fail in their responsibility. As it happened, Microsoft appears to have been even more set on rescuing Sam than the board might have guessed, being willing to force him back into OpenAI even after being expelled. And even if doing so would imply the nonprofit, which ostensibly governing OpenAI, has actually been powerless for some time, with the true control being in Microsoft hands. To reiterate, I'm not sure about any of this, only giving my best guess that fits the facts. So yeah, end quote. And this is by a guy named Toby Ord. So maybe that's what's going on. Again, I don't know. So basically what he's saying is that it's possible that the board fired him in a way in which they wanted to keep OpenAI more close to its nonprofit mission, is what he's saying, I guess. But let me know what you guys think there. The release of GPT was the feather on the camel's back, and he's a commercial profiteer when they want to focus on AGI and more structure around its advert. Yeah, maybe. Look at that bonds. 10-year bond at 4.47%, 4.47. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting, though, to say the least. Again, AMC trending again, man. Again, every freaking day, AMC thinks a squeeze is about to happen, bro. At what point do you just say, all right? Market may not move again. Bond auctions will determine the outcome. Maybe. Yeah, so when does Powell speak again? Does anybody know? I know tomorrow we have the FOMC minutes report, right? So that's a pretty big report. We had a lot of Fed members speaking last week, but again, tomorrow we got the FOMC minutes report. Looking at December. FOMC meeting is going to be on the 13th. Of course, we're going to stream that like we always do. Next week will be a massive crash. Crash predictors are a dime a dozen, really. If iPhone battery life seems like it's getting worse, that's because it is. Where's Apple at right now? Used car prices are declining still. We're down 2% in the last 2 weeks. That's 2 times faster than usual for the month of November. You start to see some actual car deals going live. Yeah, so the NASDAQ is pushing for a new high of the year. Again, if we look at the NASDAQ here, the NASDAQ currently sitting at about 15.9. Reached over 16K for a little bit last week, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so beat 16K last week. We'll see if it continues today. Still pretty choppy in pre-market, but at 15.9 thousand for the NASDAQ. We got a nice little cushion of about 250 on the day as well here. SPY's still moving up over the 200 EMA, over the volume weighted average price. We'll see how that treats us as well. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, NVIDIA earnings come out, So like NVIDIA earnings do come out tomorrow, and we're going to stream the full thing, of course. Okay. Check this. Cool. Gotta figure out how to use this. Here, let me check. So here, I might mute the background. I'm trying to play with Sharp Prime's new screener. Let me check Twitter. Weird. NASDAQ market just closed for a split second and then open again. Sorry, here, let me mute the background so I can actually play with this. Hold on. All right, so look at the Nasdaq still pop up. SPY still moving up to over 451s right now on the SPY. Mm, mm. All right, so we are ramping up a little bit. Look at the Tesla stock at 235s right now. All right, so look, I'm playing with the new chart prime back testing indicator. I should be able to play with it, add some symbols. I'm not a really big crypto trader, so I'd rather just put the E-mini up. We'll put the NASDAQ up. We'll put the Dow up. Then we got the NASDAQ, the Dow. We got, what else? Apple. We got Tesla. Apple, Dow, Apple, Tesla. We'll put the SPY and the Q up, even though it's basically the same thing. What else we got? All right, let me put the music back on so you guys can actually hear it. There you go. All right, so what we got? Futures, NASDAQ, Dow, Q. Let's put in NVIDIA. All right. I don't really need to see anything else. I think those are the only symbols I'm really watching. Okay, let's let the screener load now. I mean, I hope Jaden Daniels wins at Curtis, but who knows? You guys see my black eye from Jiu-Jitsu? Look at this thing, man. Look at tough right now. Just look at tough. All right, NASDAQ's been in the screen. Mm. Look at the SPY still move up, though, man. I should have stayed in that position. I just want to give some credit to Chart Prime though. Like, check out Chart Prime right here. All right, so they have this big sale going on right now. Again, you can get 40% off on the sale. So you can get it for like 60 bucks a month. I think it's like 55, 60 bucks a month. They recently added this new screener. It's basically a back tester. So I can add manually any symbol here. So like if I put up the regular market Oracle screener, I can add any symbol. You can see I added the E-mini, the NASDAQ, the Dow, Apple, Tesla, the SPY, Q, AMD. And those are really the only charts I wanted up. It basically shows me what trend it's in right now. And so again, you can kind of see the E-mini is what I'm on right now. One thing I really like is like, look at how accurate just the buy and sell signals are. I've been using the regular market Oracle Pro on a 5-minute chart a ton recently, and it's pretty accurate. Like, look, you got the buy signal way back here. You got a nice little bounce. You got the sell signal way back here. You got a nice little dip. Buy signal way back here. You got a nice little bounce. So again, that's 3 for 3 in the last 3. And again, you can kind of keep going back here. Sell signal here, beautiful drop. That's 4 for 4. Buy signal here, beautiful bounce. That's 5 for 5. Sell signal here, nice little drop. That's 6 for 6. Strong signal here, that one worked. That's 7 for 7. This one you might say that didn't work. You know, I mean, again, it did push down a couple candles afterwards, but you might say it didn't work. And then the 2 buy signals here worked beautifully. And so again, like, you can kind of just see how accurate this is. You can also see like the flag pattern that it shows, the symmetrical triangle, but again, just powerful in my opinion. Like, look at this, buy signal here, sell signal. Like, anything that can run this accurate, I think, can be a huge edge. And again, it's like they have their sale going on right now. They also have this back tester. So if you want this back tester, it's only for lifetime subscriptions. So you can buy a lifetime subscription to them. And again, I just think it's really useful, guys. I think, again, try it out. I find a lot of value in it. It's a sponsor of mine, of course, and so I'm certainly biased. But there's the link if you want to check it out for Topstep. And then here's, sorry, actually I posted the wrong link. Yeah, I forgot to put the Russell. That's the one I forgot to put up. So yeah, that's the Topstep link. Here is the Chart Prime link right here. If you want to check it out. Yeah, I mean, Jeff, I'm gonna put you in timeout, man. Again, like, I've answered that question a bunch. I have 4 charts, or 4 monitors that y'all can't see, 3 of them that y'all can't see at least. And so asking that question and then me answering it, and then you continuing to ask the same thing, acting like I don't use it. Like, bro, y'all only see a small piece of what I look at. Again, I have Chart Prime up in the background every day, you know, almost every day at least. And so, of course, I look at it. I use it a lot in my trading. And to be fair, no offense, y'all don't know what I look at in the background. Again, I have 4 monitors. Y'all see my top monitor here? I've got a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor underneath it. I've got a 27-inch, a 27-inch on both sides. So, like, something just came out of NQ pulling back huge. What's the symbol for the Russell? I just don't really trade the Russell that much. What's the future symbol for it? I'm assuming you could trade the futures of it. I've never really been a big Russell trader. What's the symbol though? Is it RT? RTY. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so it's RTYZ3 is the current future symbol. Yeah, you don't need 12 monitors. All I'm trying to say is that nobody knows what I'm using or what I'm not using. Like, again, you got people most of the time, like, they're just creating fake accounts is usually what they're doing. Like, they're getting banned and then they're creating another account. And again, if what I'm doing on here makes people that insecure that they're like spending their time creating fake accounts just to troll me, I mean, like, it's all love here. I mean, I feel bad for them because that's what they're doing with their life. But hey, you know, people make their own choices, I guess. So again, Emmett is going to be the new. See, but my question is, okay, if Emmett was such a good CEO, why did he leave Twitch? I guess is the real question. Again, this is something that I don't really know. So if Emmett Shear is such a good CEO, why did he leave Twitch? You know, he was the co-founder of Twitch. So, like, I guess in that regard, why did he leave if he was such a good CEO? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know you're successful when you're getting stalked by fake accounts. Yeah, I mean, thus is life, I guess. Yeah, definitely top 3 monitors in the world right now. Again, we're green on the day too. We've been day trading on Topstep X. Like, look, we are green on the day right now. So we are up about 245. I don't know if I want to buy this dip though. I don't know if I'm necessarily ready for it. The NASDAQ has had some confirmations too. I mean, wants to buy the NASDAQ here. Let me put the NASDAQ up. Choppy week, Thursday, Friday, holiday. Is Friday the holiday though? I know Friday's Black Friday, but is it actually a holiday? Yeah, let me see what the Russell has listed. So Russell has, I'm trying to see a list of it. Yeah, the Russell has like smaller, more volatile companies. Yeah, I'm trying to look at a list of what stocks are in the Russell. Hold on. Here it is. So hard to find it though. So Super Micro, OVV, SAIA, Chesapeake Energy. This looks like a terrible. I don't like it already. MicroStrategy, that's good. I'm trying to look at companies that I know of in the Russell. Wingstop, Coca-Cola. None of these, like very small companies in the Russell. Yeah, I'm just not one that wants to trade it. Here's the Russell right here. What's the Russell done though, I guess? Like, let's look at a daily chart. Yeah, I mean, Russell's down a lot when, I mean, I guess the whole market's been down in this time frame, but let's see, there's Tesla holding over that 200 EMA VWAP level. We're gonna go ahead and buy the NASDAQ here. Oh wait, we got a limit buy. I don't want that. I want a market buy. There we go. And we got a cushion here. We will add to this and try to build up a larger cushion. I mean, I'm day trading when I talk about buying the NASDAQ. Weird. All right, so we're green here. We will add a little bit to this too. So if we could build up a little bit more. We're only going to take one contract in the NASDAQ because it is more volatile. Is Bitcoin dumping? Yeah, Bitcoin did just fall. I'm not sure what the news is here. Bank of England quarterly bulletin, financial stability buy sell tools. NVIDIA's new Ethernet networking platform for AI will be available soon from Dell, Hewlett Packard, and Lenovo. All right, we're going to add a little bit to this. See if we get a little pop. Again, we've got a cushion, so we don't mind taking some risks into this cushion while it works. Yeah, we built up a cushion, and now we can take a little bit larger risks into this cushion. And if we lose, we're back to break even, and we'll take some larger risks at the open is the goal. We got 15 minutes or so until the market opens. All right, Tesla bounced it a little bit at the 200 EMA VWAP level. The SPY is still very flat, though. We're probably going to have to cut the NASDAQ trade here. We'll give it a second, but we're very close to cutting it. It's retraced back up there. We'll see if it actually holds. We're still down less than 100. Now we're down about 115. A lot of people say, where's Disney at, man? I see some people talking about Disney. Disney all the way down to 93.70s, but it's had such a good couple weeks. All the way back up to almost 100. All right, we're getting ready to cut this. Unless it retraces back up again, but... we got to watch Tesla too. All right, we just cut that and got out. Still green on the day, and this is why we built up that cushion, but we might just wait until the opening bell. We got 14 days. It might be a choppy day because, again, so we got the Fed minutes to report tomorrow. We also have NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. We also have jobless claims, durable good orders on Wednesday. Thursday, the market's closed. I believe the market's open Friday, though. What is it? 11:20. Friday is going to be 11:24. Stock market closed early at 1 p.m. on Black Friday. So yeah, so the market's going to be half day Friday. It's going to be a slower week for sure. We just don't have as much stuff going on. All right, so 75% of OpenAI staff threatens to quit and join Microsoft's AI team if Stan Altman isn't reinstated as CEO and the board doesn't resign. Damn. Pushing them, for sure. NQ monthly is bearish, 3-line strike at the resistance. Yeah, so Friday's a half day. All right, well. Where were you Friday? I skipped Friday. It was a slow day. We ended up just putting out a short. So, yeah, we skipped Friday. It's been a busy couple weeks, man. We've been streaming earnings and doing a lot of different stuff. Channel growth has been amazing. It really has. Channel growth has been great the last couple months. If you look at like my viewership, like channel growth has skyrocketed, man. It's been really fun to stream and grow with you all. Appreciate the love for sure. But with that said, with spending so much time streaming, I do kind of want to take time every now and then when it's a slow Friday and we don't have much going on. I do want to take time to, relax a little bit. Again, growth on my channel has been amazing. If we look at it, like if we look at my live streams, if you look at my live streams, like jobless claims, we got 6,000. PPI, we had 10,000. CPI, we had 18,000. Powell speech, we had 13,000. AMC earnings, we had almost 9,000. The other Powell speech, we had 27,000. You know, Apple earnings, we had 12,000. The FOMC meeting, we had 21,000. You know, AMD earnings, we had 7,000. So like we've just been growing really, really fast. And I appreciate the love so much. I really do. We're going to look to keep the growth up, see if we can keep it steady. And, but yeah, with that, now that earnings season's cooled a little bit, we have some big earnings tomorrow. We also have the Fed minutes report tomorrow. And so with all this big stuff, like I'm going to take some breaks on the slow days. Should be understandable. Hope you guys understand. Yeah, it's been a lot. Is Wednesday the full day for market? Yeah, Wednesday's a full day. But we're going to have jobless claims on Wednesday instead of Thursday because the market's closed on Thursday. So Wednesday we'll have durable good orders and jobless claims. So it'll be a full day where we're going to take up some of the economic reports that we normally get on Thursday. So again, tomorrow, Fed minutes report, NVIDIA earnings, Wednesday, jobless claims, and durable good orders. And jobless claims has been getting some attention lately for sure. Again, we're trading on Topstep. If you haven't already, again, check out Topstep. Topstep funded program and futures. They give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target on the demo without hitting the max loss and while following the rest of their rules, they fund you between 50K up to 150K with a 90% split. A great way to learn day trading with less risk. That way, if you lose, it's not like the end of the world. But if you're good enough to pass it, they fund you between 50K up to 150K. It really is like limited risk. And it really is one of the better ways to like learn trading, you know, because again, like when I first got started day trading, I lost thousands. This is a much better way because your risk is limited. You're still learning how to trade and you're still trading under pressure is the big thing. Like they give you a demo, they test your skill. If you can pass the test, they fund you. And so you still have some pressure, but it's not the full extent of risking thousands like most new traders end up doing. Like most new traders risk thousands, end up losing thousands of dollars in the market. And in that regard, this is just a more limited way to trade where you're not risking as much as most new traders have to. When I first got started, I lost thousands. The base combine on Top Step is $49. If you pass it, you get 50K in funding with a 90% split. And so once you're funded, if you make 10K, you get to keep 9 of that. They get to keep 1,000 since they're funding you that money. So 10%. And I think it's really reasonable. There's free funding coaches, a lot of great resources. And I just think it's really useful for traders to learn how to day trade. If you're good enough to pass it, great. You can get funding. If you don't have that much equity, you can get funding if you're good enough. If you're not good enough, you're going to lose much less generally than you would putting up the money up yourself. Not always. Of course, there's outliers. But I think in that regard, it makes perfect sense. And it's important for traders to really understand, like most day traders lose. This is a great way to limit that risk in the beginning. But they are a sponsor of mine. And so, of course, I'm biased in their favor. If you're going to check it out, here's the link. It's on both. Yeah, let's see if the NASDAQ starts to bounce. I don't really like the Russell. Once I figured out what the Russell is made of, which is mostly small caps, it's not really for me here. I'm not really trying to mess with the Russell here. I'd rather trade the NASDAQ. NASDAQ just seems to be a lot better. Yeah, NASDAQ just seems to be a lot better for me here. The Russell, too many small caps. I'm not really a big... I don't know if we're going to flush at the open. So there's a little pop. Put it this way. There we go. It's better. Again, you'll notice I have a black eye today I got from Jiu-Jitsu. I'm not getting in street fights here, you know. Freaking Jiu-Jitsu. It's more rough on them, on people than they realize, I think. All right, so we get NASDAQ dipping down a little bit. SPY still moving down, NASDAQ moving down. NASDAQ with a big pullback. I might buy this little dip here. It retraced too much. I was thinking about buying that dip. I thought it was too swift of an action. Look at Tesla pop back up a little bit too. All right, we're going to buy this down here. There's 20, 25, 35. Trying to hold. Big retracement candle. Look at Tesla too. We got to watch Tesla. There's the SPY. I'm going to pull up NVIDIA also here. NVIDIA bouncing back up a little bit too. I wonder if the Sam Altman news is going to wildly affect AI stocks and tech at the open today. That's the big question. We got 3.5 minutes. Right, so now we're down a little bit here. Bouncing off of this. So now we are creeping back down. And now we're flat, slightly green. As we approach the open, I don't want to hold this through the open though. So like small, it's going to be small no matter what. I just know I don't really want to hold this through the opening bell. All right, so there we go. We're back up. 40. Go ahead and lock that in, the $40 in profit. Retracing back. Again, the opening bell is pretty soon here, team. We got 2.5 minutes. And then a big retracement back down. Yeah, Altman, Microsoft reaching out to Altman and hiring him is the good move. You know what I mean? So Microsoft staying loyal to him is the good move. Looks like we got out of this at the right time. NVIDIA slumping down is one of the main reasons the market's falling. Again, NVIDIA's falling down some. Opening bell's pretty soon, though. Again, look at NVIDIA slump. This is what's dragging everything down is NVIDIA right now. I'm not sure why NVIDIA's slumping. Maybe it has something to do with the state of AI right now. Big slumps. Everything's tanking. Right around lows. Market opens up in less than a minute here. Big question is, will that move by Microsoft cause a rip at the open and drop? I don't know, man. We'll see. All right, here we go. Market's about to open right now, team. We'll see what we get. There's the opening bell in 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. Again, NVIDIA testing that previous closing price, dragging the SPY and the NASDAQ down with us. Again, here's the opening bell, team. There's the open. Stuff's pushing up right now at the opening bell, too. All right, we're scalping some on topstep X. We're scalping some at the open. We ended up making a bunch just now, which is great. Scalping NASDAQ at the opening bell on topstep X. Look at that big fake out. So it scared everybody ahead of the opening bell. We ended up jumping on it, though. I thought we might be able to buy around that low. And so, again, if you look at this, we are now up on the day. 1,700 or $1,800 roughly on topstep X and this. Look at that surge, man. Look at the NASDAQ. Wow. SPY's not really up as much. It's mostly just the NASDAQ here. So it's mostly the Q. Disney surging up too. Yeah, the Q is really what's pushed up. The SPY's followed up, so it's mostly tech right now. ARM, which I am holding, is now moving up too. Wow. We need a pullback before we can buy this. Topstep X is their native platform that I have access to. You can join the waitlist for it if you want. Man, what a move here on the Q, though. I got to wait for a pullback here because this is a big move right now, guys. Wow, dude. Look at this move. Right at the opening bell, too. So we're going to buy this dip, catch the pop. Just made about $80 now. So we're up in both accounts that we've been trading this morning. Yeah, we're up in both accounts. Got a nice little bounce back here. Trying to make sure I'm in the right account here on this one. All right, finally starting to get a pullback on the NASDAQ here. I'm going to buy this dip again, although this one's a little bit more risky. Get the follow through pump. $30. This is taking too long. I'm probably gonna sell this. Okay, maybe not. We just locked in about $100, $150 in profit or so. Wow. Look at ARM rip up. Apple surging up right now too. Well, uh, oil is up a little bit today too. Wow, what a move. Man, what a move. Nvidia now technically red on the day as well, which is even more interesting despite the huge pump in the Nasdaq here. Hey, what's up, Daniel? All right, so we're starting to reject a little bit here. Part of me wants to short this, but like I know it's incredibly risky. I just think we got to pull back eventually. I'm gonna short. Incredibly risky, but I'm gonna short. They say don't catch a falling knife. This probably might be a good move on my end. We got a cushion on the day, so I can't play with this here. But yeah, this is incredibly risky. I just think we've pushed up so much. Eventually, this dust has to settle, I think. But with that said, the SPY rip it up in my face. Nvidia retracing some, that might help me. All right, we're flat. Where's my coffee at? There it is. Ugh, what did I do? Dripple coffee on me. Okay, there we go. I gotta watch this, man. There we go. It's just so volatile right now. We're green here, but it's very risky. I don't like that pop back up at all. We'll give it a second, but yeah, I got to get out there. Once we start to get close to that high. All right, so we ended up losing. We're still green on the day. I was having some fun with that, but the SPY just looks resilient here, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, guys, like I said, that was a little bitty trade. We ended up losing like $60. And again, we already took advantage of this move, mostly on Topstep X. Again, you can kind of see my P&L here on this. Like, here's my trades. We ended up making 200, 215, 210, 225, 260, 875, 90, 45, 45. So we're up about 1,800 here. I just think eventually we're going to have to hit a top. But the problem, though, with that thesis is that NVIDIA is still pushing up. NVIDIA almost up to 494s. My equity portfolio is still looking really nice as well. Yeah, y'all just be careful. All right, so we got a red candle. I still pushing up over highs. It's the only reason I'm not shorting again or trying to short. I see Nvidia flushing down though. I see it slowing down. Maybe I'm gonna short. And again, maybe I'm dumb here. I think I'm already up so much on the day that like we can play with it. All right, so we're up 40. Let's see if we get that flush down that we want. I could also add to this. I think it's risky though. There we go. Add to this a little bit more here. We got 2 contracts. There we go. Boom. Half off. Half off. Locked in about $400 in profit right there. So again, that's what I'm saying. Once we're up this much, I think the edge switches to the downside. You know, I think a lot of like rookie mistakes that people make is that they keep pushing once, like they think that it's strong when we start to move this up. But when we move up this much, this is a lot. As well as I see like Nvidia starting to turn, I see like all these other things happening. The edge starts to swing more to the other side. I would say the edge might pivot to the long side now. This looks like a little long dip now, especially with Nvidia backup testing VWAP here. I'm gonna buy this here. Maybe I'm wrong here. Certainly could be wrong. Back up, flat on the trade now. I don't know if I like this though. It's taking a little bit too long. Flat. I'm gonna cut that. I don't like that at all, the way it was moving. So we're gonna get out small loss. Hi. How you doing? Carol's here. Sorry. I'm sitting here talking to Carol in the background. Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing choppiness right now, guys. I see especially choppiness in like Nvidia. But we've already had a really good day. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can make call outs. Just don't tell me, no, don't do that or don't do that. Like, don't pressure me to do anything. Because, again, most of the time, the people that pressure me, a lot of the time, they'll be wrong. And then they'll just kind of act like they never said it. Or, you know, like in the end, it's better to just let me trade how I want to trade.
Morning. Morning, Tiny. Hope y'all are doing well.
Yeah, right now we're long on the E-mini here. Just to show you this one in the background. We're long on the E-mini. We're up like 25. I'm seeing if we can get a little bit more from it. Just in case we can't break. We'll get out flat if we need to. Yeah, I'm gonna get out there. I don't like how the SPY is turning. Maybe it rips back up. I don't know. Yeah. Palantir popping up to new highs. Yeah, Carol thinks I look tough with my black eye, you know.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
Especially if you're gonna do jiu-jitsu.
Looking tough right now. Just the top 3 toughest looking traders in the world right now for sure. Don't forget to take the garbage out. They've been messing with me since last week. Yeah.
It's like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time we get it out the night before.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Wednesday. We take the trash out, but most of the time we get it done, you know. We just had family here. It's been busy, you know.
That too.
Yeah. But we're green all the way around today. I'm just kind of playing around with some positions here. It's, again, I'm noticing it's very flat on the day right now. The problem is, like, if I forget the trash, it's like an emergency over here, you know? Like, we'll have to basically sit on stinky trash for like a week, you know? And it's never fun.
Yeah. And also, it seems to always, the trash truck seems to always come, like, when I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I go bring the kids, so, like, if we forget it.
We don't have time to bring it out.
Yeah, like, I'm not there to deal with it, and John's here, you know?
Yeah.
And so it becomes an emergency.
It's drama.
Crisis management.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, so finally we're getting a little pullback, although NVIDIA is starting to push up. We're playing around. Hey, buddy. Scalping a little bit of the E-mini back and forth. I think we're at a nice little support level. Hey, buddy. Here, Hey, dude. Sorry, my son's over here trying to walk on stream. But yeah, my son made me that. That's cool. I like it.
You're gonna type in there.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Here, will you do me a favor? All right, guys, look, check out what Jack made me.
I can't see it.
Oh, here.
It's with these little, like,
Sorry, I'm taking a trade in the background on the regular E-mini. I'm trading this right here in the background. I've already taken profit a little bit on it.
Like, I'll put them right here.
All right, so we're out of there. So yeah, we're now up about 275 or so on the day. Here's my P&L today. We only got a 1.75 to 1 win-loss ratio. Our wins have just been much bigger than our losing trades. So that's nice. NVIDIA's starting to curl up too, and that could signal another run right now. Hot girl. Oh, thanks, I guess.
Yeah, we're married.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my wife, so it's all good, I guess. All right, baby. Will you do that for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, love you. Thank you. All right, guys. Yeah, NVIDIA's starting to churn up. We have, again, NVIDIA's starting to move up. Oh, man. Let's see what the NASDAQ ends up doing. I've been mostly trading the E-mini and having pretty good results. So again, we'll see if we get a continuation here. I mean, that's not really a disrespectful thing. I'm okay with it, I guess. It's just kind of a choppy day. Like we got a nice little rip in the NASDAQ today. And again, we're trading on a funded account program. And what I do here, I've talked about my system a lot. But what I do here, we even made a short about the system. But what I do is I build up a cushion on the day first, right? And then I use that cushion to take larger, bigger risks so that when I lose, I don't have big drawdowns in my account. But when I win, I can have big run-ups. And so basically, I built up a cushion, a small cushion first. And we posted a short over the weekend where we detailed this system live, like as it happened. I didn't have to do any, like I traded once. I never had to, like basically the short that I posted on Friday showed exactly what I do, like exactly how I do it. I built up a small cushion of a couple $100. Man, that was fast. Oh, thank you. That was very fast. Oh, that's okay. Thank you. Love you. All right, so we build up the cushion, and then we take profit once we have a cushion, which we're starting to do now. You can see we're up 125. We'll take a little bit more off. Now we're up another 90. And so this makes it so that we have limited risk on the trades that we take, limited risk, but it gives us the ability to have big gains like this. And it's, in my opinion, it's the easiest way to get funded in these funded account programs is by doing it like this. It's the easiest way to get funded. Again, you build up a small cushion first. Again, what topstep does is they give you a demo. And you have to hit a profit target on the demo without hitting the max loss and while following the rest of the rules. And so again, the way you get funded, you can't make more than 50% of your $1,500 on the base one. So you can't make any more than 50% of the profit target on any day. And so if the profit target on the base one's 3,000 for the 50K demo, you got to make 3,000 in profit. You can't lose over 2,000. Your job is to avoid max losses and limit risk, right? And the way you do that is you build up a cushion. Like you can kind of see today, we built up this cushion of 150 to 200 bucks. We played around with that cushion a little bit, and then we found a trade that we really liked on that pullback, and we took larger size. And then we had a much bigger gain to where we're up almost 500. We got a 2.5 to 1 win-loss ratio, and our maximum drawdown, like the most we were ever down today, $97, but we made 500. And so that's how you pass these funded account programs. Those are the easiest ways you do it. And it's very cheap. The funded account programs, again, they give you a demo, test your skill. They're very useful because there's a limited risk in terms of, instead of putting up thousands yourself and risking that, generally speaking, for day trading, you have to learn how to trade. It takes time. Almost nobody is going to start day trading and just immediately start showing winning profits. It doesn't matter what course you take, who you follow. Most day traders lose money. And so you can either be stubborn and put the money up yourself, or you can trade on a funded account program like Topstep, which is the most legit one in the world. They pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders every year. They've been around for over a decade. If you lose the base one, you're only out $49. You can reset it, start over again. It's not the end of the world. But if you put the money up yourself and lose, you can be down thousands. In that regard, it's very good for risk management. And if you're good enough to pass it, you get to keep 90% of your profit once you're funded anyway. So like, it's the best of both worlds. You can check it out. There's the link. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. I'm probably going to get going, guys. I don't see much going on today. I see I see the market ripping up. The SPY actually looks really good. And, but yeah, we're probably just going to chill for the rest of the day. Again, check out Chart Prime as well. Chart Prime Trading View Service. I use them a ton also with these trades. And again, people can say whatever they want about Chart Prime, right? They really can. But again, you can back test them yourself. They've got this new screener that only lifetime members can get. And again, people can say whatever they want. They can try to criticize or whatever. In the end, look at how accurate these are. Let's back test it ourselves, right? We can look at how much it works versus it doesn't work. Okay, strong buy signal here, that certainly worked. This sell signal here didn't work, so that's 1 and 1. This strong signal probably didn't work, so that's 2 and 1. This sell signal definitely worked, that's 2 and 2. All right, we can keep going back here. Let me delete this. This one definitely worked. That's 3 and 2. This one definitely worked. That's 4 and 2. This one definitely worked. That's 5 and 2. This one definitely worked. That's 6 and 2. This one definitely worked. That's 7 and 2. I would still probably say this one worked. That's 8 and 2. This one worked. That's 9 and 2. This one worked. That's 10 and 2. This one worked. That's 11 and 2. All right. This one you can say it didn't work. It's still 11 and 3. And so just looking at the accuracy rates over the last few days, let's see what that calculation is like. 11 and 3 would make it 14. So 11 is what percentage of 14? That is a 78% accuracy rate for their indicators over the last few days. And that's just a small piece of it. And so again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money with Chart Prime. Nobody can. They've got big sales going on for Black Friday. Again, if you lifetime members get this new scanner, which basically shows you what trend stuff is currently in. It shows me how many take profits have been there with these check marks. It shows you whether the reversal was there, and you can manually add these in, right? So I can manually add these in any symbol I like. If I like Apple, the SPY, Nvidia, whatever it is, it shows you what trend those symbols are currently in, and then it'll also show you when that trend breaks. Just really useful. There's so much other stuff, chart patterns, oscillators, just really cool for like $50 a month. I think it pays for itself if you're good enough with it. And so again, they're a sponsor of mine as well. I'm biased. Check out the link. Appreciate the love, guys. Yeah, they're honestly genuinely good. Hark says Chart Prime is pretty good. Again, I was always against services like this. They reached out to me and actually showed me their indicators, and that sold me. Looking at the indicators kind of sold me a little bit. Again, when you see, like, again, you can back test them yourself. Check them out. Love you all. Y'all be safe. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Again, tomorrow's the busy day this week, guys. Tomorrow's the busy day. Today's kind of slow. There's not much going on. Tomorrow's the busy day. And so again, I'll see you guys later. Y'all be safe. And we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, we got the FOMC minutes report. We got NVIDIA earnings. Big releases tomorrow. Thursday, we got jobless claims and some other stuff. So y'all be ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the biggest day of the week by far. I'll see you guys later.